Hi, Spikes here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Merrell Moab Mid Waterproof Hiking Boot. This is a boot I discovered by doing a lot of research online, hiking blogs, hiking Facebook pages, and talking with local friends that do a lot of hiking that recommended the Merrell brand. And then in particular, I found that the Moabs were at the top of the list on most hiking boot lists. The boot itself, on first appearance out of the box, looks like a really good boot. Looks very sturdy. It has a couple of features I want to talk about. There's a loop on the tongue for you to string your laces through to help tighten the boot better. I found this was helpful when I was lacing them up. But because it is tighter at that particular point there, the boot itself has a nice mesh padded tongue, which prevents the tightness from your string going up against your skin. So I found that to be very comfortable as well. And again, going back to tightness, there are these these hooks on each side that you can hook your lace through. So in addition to this point here, you're lacing it, it comes nice and tight, and then you can actually hook it on the hook. And that keeps where you made that tightness the same way. I found just walking around locally that it hasn't loosened up on me yet. Haven't done any actual trail hiking with it yet. That will come later, but again, just walking around, the boot seems to stay the same way you tighten it when you first put them on. The boot also has an antimicrobial lining inside, and this is to prevent nasty trail odors from your feet. So that's good for those people with stinky feet, I guess. I haven't run into that problem yet. It does have a nice toe and heel bumper. And those are obviously to protect you on the trail, particularly in the non-winter seasons when you're bumping up against rocks and roots, etc. It is designed for traction. There's a TC5 rated rubber on it. This is a very, very tough rubber that they put on the bottom of the boot. And it also has these 5mm lugs to help you with better traction on the trails. As far as comfort, the boot is very, very comfortable. I mean, even sticking your hand in here, the boot is just super comfortable up against your skin. I tried it on with cotton socks, and it was super comfortable. And then obviously with I used some darn tough wool socks. I tried on them and did a couple of miles around my neighborhood, just kind of trying to break them in. And super, super comfortable boot, especially with the wool socks. It was like walking on air. It also was very warm. It kept my feet warm. It was about 10 degrees outside today, and I found that it kept my feet nice and toasty, but not overheated. I definitely was not overheated. So that is the Merrell Moab Mid Waterproof Hiking Boot. Actually, one more thing I did forget. It is a waterproof boot, but because there's that concern with breathability on the boot itself, what Merrell has done is they created this mesh outer layer on the boot, and that's supposed to help out with breathability, because that's always a concern with a lot of hikers that wear waterproof boots. So the next step is to actually try these out on a trail and really break them in with a few miles on them, and I'll come back and do a follow-up review on how they performed on the trails itself. And the other thing is, they're not that expensive. You can find these, I got mine at REI, but you can find them on Amazon or any sports outlet like REI or Eastern Mountain Sports for somewhere between $100 and $130 each. So they don't necessarily break the bank either.
1, 2